Chairman Todd Jones. Chairman Jones is recognized to speak to SB 69. Representative Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my apologies to the body. I don't typically get up and speak, and now twice in a row, but I thought this was so important because of the conversations that we've had over the last 2 years about third-party litigation funding. If you think about a phraseology that you hear from our constitutional officers consistently is we're the number one state to do business. You hear that over and over, that 11 straight years we've been the number one state to do business. I want to try and make an argument with you very quickly that what we should really be looking for is to be the number one in innovation, the number one in thought leadership. Because here's a piece of data that I think should concern this entire body and our friends across the third floor. We are 8th in GDP. New Jersey is 9th. North Carolina is 10th. The challenge is our growth rate is literally a third of North Carolina's and a half of New Jersey's, which means by about 2030, we will drop to 10 and possibly by 2035 drop to 11. We have to be thinking of different ways to get more innovation into our economy, into our industries. One of the ways that we protect innovation is to ensure that bad actors don't capture trade secrets, patents, and other intellectual property through bad actors and the litigation process. Third-party litigation funding has a purpose, and I agree with the whip, but it also could be used as a sword against our nanotechnology companies, our logistics technology companies, our cyber companies. How do we ensure that that doesn't occur? SB 69 does that. So I ask for your favorable consideration for all the reasons that the majority whip laid out for you, but I would also ask you to add just one additional component, and that component is about the future of Georgia. It's not about 2025 or 2026, it's about 2030 and 2035 and 2040. We must protect the intellectual property of not just our large corporations, but what I hope to be the next Apple, the next HP, the next Google inside of some garage here in Atlanta or in North Georgia or in South Georgia. Let's protect them. Let's protect the future, and let's make sure that we keep Georgia on a pathway, not just to be 8th in the union in GDP, but hopefully one day jumping up to number 1 and unseating that state that sits on the West Coast. Thank you very much, and I yield the well.